Well, we gotta talk about it now.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, guys, we're talking about pick a side again. Let's talk about them. So I saw this on Twitter and I said, oh my God, we have to respond to this. And this is what the host of Pick a Side said about this DJ response is Dejounte Murray responded to our post of me saying he'd be out of the league without the Spurs. Okay, we definitely gotta watch that video. Now, quite a few of you guys have sent me some messages of Dejounte Murray and stuff that he's saying to fans. Look, I'm not saying that you guys are liars, okay? I believe you, but at the same time, I don't want to necessarily like show those messages just in case they're not true, you know? And maybe you got bamboozled yourself, you know what I mean? So I just don't want to show them. But if it's true, I'm telling y'all this right now. Dejounte Murray, I'm sorry, I can't even speak, is wilding on the internet, okay? Way worse than when he was with the San Antonio Spurs. But anyways, that's besides the point. We got to talk about pick a side, and we got to watch this video and respond to it. Now, I'm going to say this. I've done a couple responses, and we're going to speed this up just a little bit. I've done a couple responses of them before, or reactions to them before. First time, very negative response, okay? They were saying that the Spurs don't know how to draft. Look, Spurs fans were pissed off. I didn't like it. I thought it was a dumb take. Their second video, I remember actually really liking it. I was like, okay, these are some good takes. So hopefully this is another good take. But if them saying Dejounte Murray is wrong for what he said about the Spurs, I think that's a fine take. All right, let's go ahead and listen.
And their jersey is the San Antonio Spurs.
Oh wait, maybe that's too fast. Sorry guys, hold on. Let's do 1.25.
Dejounte Murray just called them out. He called out their system, and a lot of Spurs fans got mad on Twitter about this. And we know the wrath of Spurs fans. We've felt it before.
Lord knows.
Responding to an IG comment, Dejounte Murray said, "The way that system's set up, you're gonna be losing for the next 15 years. Problem bigger than basketball." On Twitter, he tweeted, then deleted, "I feel free and wanted. Best season along with being happy on the way. I promise."
Can I say, I didn't say this in my other video because I did do like a full-on like 30-minute discussion on previous times that DJ has been immature. I'm gonna say this. I think it's a little insecure too. I didn't talk about that. I never mentioned that, but I think it's a little insecure. I think DJ has a lot of insecurities when it comes to his game, and it's very strange. He always has to kind of like bump himself up in order to, I don't know, be relevant in his own eyes. I don't know. It's very strange, and I've realized that for a while now.
15 years is when my son will be 18, like graduating high school and stuff. That's a long ass time.
He got a kid.
You agree with that?
No, they'll be fine. I just think he has a point in the sense of this, pretty much he's saying the system has been the same. And he's right. For pretty much the last 22 years, since Pop has been there, the system has been pretty much the same with a mild take here, mild change here. And I think that's okay because I think for the most of their tenure, they had steady progression, championship.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that's changed since like 99 and now is not only have Popovich, he has adjusted to the era that you're in, obviously, okay, decade to decade he has to play a slightly different style of basketball, but the main thing that's changed is really just we don't have a superstar. That's it. That's literally it. That's why I said DJ is full of crap. Whatever he's saying, whatever he's spewing, his career will not be nearly as impressive as Popovich was able to make for some of his players. So I'm just saying, we're just missing a superstar. That's literally it.
WCF, they always made the playoffs. They never missed it. So it's like, why change? You know what I'm saying? Why change that?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I couldn't.
Exactly.
Got you. Yeah, so I think right now, them not having the players, you know what I'm saying? I just think it's tough to really say like, stop laughing. It's you, bro. I see you in the corner of my eye, bro.
He said 10 years.
10 years killed me.
That's crazy.
10 years did kill me. I'm not gonna lie. You should stop me. You should stop me, bro. He stopped you. You should have stopped him.
I just didn't. I wanted him to keep going. Tenure. So 10 year.
You said tenure.
That's what you said.
No, he said tenure.
Yeah.
It's all right. Listen, we knew what you meant.
Nah,
you asked for
that's
it.
hilarious. I didn't know I said that. 10 years.
It's tenure.
Tenure. My fault. Tenure. So yeah, tenure. Now I think they'll be back in the playoffs within 2 to 3 seasons. I think the Spurs rebuild will be done in about 2 to 3 seasons. I think they're pretty quick with it. They understand what they want. They understand where they're at.
Who's the player they're building around?
Victor
They'll be garbage this year.
That's what I'm saying. But they have to get the number one pick at that point.
No, they don't, because there's so much talent in this next class. They can get a 5 pick, 6 pick.
Oh my God, this is a really good take. Oh my goodness, this is a great take. This is exactly what I've been saying. Like, I know this guy's like worried about who are they going to build around. It doesn't matter. Like, it could be Primo, it could be Devin Vassell taking a huge jump. I disagree with this, but it could be Keldon Johnson. I don't know. We don't know. It could be Malachi Branham. We don't know. But I mean, this whole idea of like, who are you going to build around? The rebuild just started. I mean, what team actually know? No team actually knows in the middle of a rebuild who they're going to build around. You don't know. It takes time, unless you just literally have a Tim Duncan coming directly to your team. It takes time to know like who you're going to build around. Like, it doesn't matter. We'll be fine.
Pick and they'll be fine. Okay. Because I think a lot of guys.
Have they drafted well of recent memory?
Yeah.
Well.
Yes. Oh my God. Is he trying to go back to that old argument that they did where we didn't draft well? We drafted well. Every single player we drafted well. Luka Samanic is the only one. Everyone else drafted well. Everyone. I don't care. Especially Brian Wright's era. I'm just gonna say Brian Wright. Ever since, because he didn't draft Keldon Johnson technically, but he is responsible for us getting Keldon Johnson because the whole deal with Kawhi Leonard, we weren't going to get anything for it really. We were just going to get DeMar DeRozan straight up, and he said, no, let me come in here, give us a pick with it as well, and then that's how we got Keldon Johnson. So he is responsible for Keldon Johnson in a way, but I digress. Really, if you're just talking about Brian Wright's team, yes, he's done phenomenal. From where we were standing in the draft, he's done phenomenal.
Aside from Josh Primo, we still have.
No, Josh Primo's awesome too.
You have to see that, but I think for the most part, wherever they're at, they've drafted well in the situations they've been at. So if they're like the 14th pick, they'll pick a good player.
Oh, good
so
take.
Okay, so I think they'll be all right.
Good
honestly.
take.
They're gonna have Cap. You know what I'm saying? It just really depends on if Pop retires or not.
I mean, let's be honest. It's been Keldon, it's been Dejounte, and who else?
Keldon just got a bad.
Devin Vassell.
So
he was
a first round pick.
I don't think he. I don't know. He's a little more pessimistic towards the Spurs. It just sounds like it. I don't know. Maybe he's just playing devil's advocate.
Pirtle's good.
I like Jakob.
It was good.
So my opinion
I don't know if Jakob stays
on this. I feel like I would have liked Dejounte to leave it at his original comments that he made when he was first traded. He said, I appreciate San Antonio. They looked out for Dejounte. They put me first and what I wanted for my.
Wasn't that weird when he talked to himself in the third person? That was so strange. I don't know. Clan didn't like that.
My career, they knew that if I were to stay in San Antonio, it would not have been where I, myself, Dejounte Murray, would have wanted to be in my career. I was fine with those comments because you're respecting the franchise, one that is respected throughout the community. But then at the same time,
and you move on. And the San Antonio Spurs respected him as well. No one said anything negative about him. No matter how many controversies that he was kind of going through with the Spurs, no one said anything. They just kind of swept it under the rug.
Now you're moving on to new things. You're in a new environment. You could just have that life completely separate from your new one. But now he put himself in this situation where he's talking to these fans, responding to them unnecessarily. And I get it. When it comes to people attacking your character, it's hard to not answer more often than not. You see it constantly, catch you at the wrong moment, you immediately snap back. Wrong time to do it, in my opinion. On Instagram, you definitely could have chose a better moment, in my opinion, a better platform also. You could have gone back. Riv, you're really...
Sorry, bro.
Nah, bro. What's the problem here?
I don't know.
It's stupid. That's the thing. You're hilarious. But regardless, I think that if I'm Dejounte Murray... Bro, come on.
I'm sorry. You didn't do anything
I
wrong,
know.
bro. It's just
Bro, the fact that I stayed strong throughout that entire thing, looking at your face, it really is a credit to me. It's all right, bro. Regardless, I feel like if I'm Dejounte Murray, I get where he's coming from. That team hasn't been good since Kawhi Leonard got traded. Yes, you had DeMar and Aldridge, and they kept you afloat as best as they could, but even still, it was minimally. They've been, for a majority, I don't want to say sorry franchise because that's rude, but
they've been mid for
They've
6
been
years.
mid for a long time.
Long, and your first thing you were gonna say was sorry, but like long, it's been a long. Has it been long? It hasn't been that long. It hasn't been that long. Has it? Not really. I mean, we're talking like the Spurs literally. I mean, they made it into the playoffs in 2018, but like literally since really. I mean, we've only been bad or mid since like 20. I would say 2018. That's fine. I mean, first round exit, whatever. 2018. That's it. That's not that long, especially for most franchises. That's not long at all. 2018. I never liked that argument, man. Like, oh, Spurs been bad for so long. It's like, no, we've just been good for so long. So like a short period of time feels long, but no, like really. 2018 is not that long. I'm sorry, guys.
I think DeJounte's wording was super strong. I think it was definitely coming from a place of being defensive in that moment, but I don't think he needed to. I think he's in a new environment. He definitely could have done.
He doesn't know a lot about which is fine. I don't think he knows a lot about DJ's history. This is nothing new. He's done this so many times. This isn't like one-off thing of him just being defensive. No, he's done this forever. He's always been this type of player.
He could have handled that differently, in my opinion.
I think this was.
He never handles anything better than that when reacting to fans. I've done a lot of videos on this. I feel like I'm an expert. I'm an expert when it comes to DJ's social media. I know that's like so sad. But no, he's always done this. He's always interacted with fans this way. It's always been this bad.
The reason why is because when you get somebody angry and they say things about you, it reveals their true colors. Dejounte revealed how he felt about the Spurs, which we said last year, and they attacked the Spurs.
And can I say this too? That's facts. I think that's facts. Another thing too is like I've said this before in previous like live streams. I didn't make a whole video or a big deal out of it, but I've said it when I was just sitting back talking to the peeps, talking to the chat or whatever. I've said this. I never thought we could win with DJ. I never thought so, because it was kind of this reason in and of itself is that I don't know if DJ ever 100% built into the system. And the reason why I started questioning that, or the time in which I started questioning that, was actually a couple years ago when he unfollowed all his teammates and he took Spurs point guard out of his Instagram bio after he was told to sit on the bench. I didn't like that, and I instantly thought, I don't know if we can win with this player. And with him not being a superstar, he's gonna have to be like a third option on a team, and I just didn't think he had the personality to take on that role. So I never thought we could win with him.
And Spurs fans revealed what they said about Dejounte. There's a tweet here by Don Harris. He's verified. This is what he said.
This one's
Dejounte
bad.
Murray's recent social media posts may reveal one of the reasons the Spurs moved on. Hard to build around the insecure and immature. Understood it at 19, but he's never outgrown it. Can't be a Batman with thin skin. That's what he said about him.
That's tough.
And I don't like the Batman comparison, because Batman is like the most thin-skinned I mean, Batman's awesome, right? Like, he's one of my favorite like heroes in comics or whatever, but like he never outgrew that child. Like, yeah, he's still a child inside. I don't know. That's not a good comparison. I never liked that guy. Whatever.
I mean,
That's a tough saying.
But it's good because now we know.
7-2.
Now we know the player the Atlanta Hawks are getting. An immature, insecure player.
I don't know if I go that
That's what we're
far.
getting.
I knew where he was going.
This year he averaged 21, 8, and 9. He's not doing that in Atlanta. We know that.
Well,
Why do we know that?
I agree. Yeah, these guys are gonna be proven wrong. This is actually facts. Now, when it comes to Atlanta Hawks, I think that you can be, and I know this might sound weird, but I think you can be like the personality traits that he's describing or saying that Dejounte Murray is. Like, I think you can be those things and still be successful in the NBA. Like, you just need that talent level. I don't know if DJ's talent level is to the point where he can get away with those things, but he's with the Atlanta Hawks. You have a star, if not superstar, in Trae Young. Hopefully John Collins can kind of get it together, especially if they're keeping him, and that could be another potential star. I don't think so, but potential star. And then he could fit right into there and be successful, right? I don't think DJ like can't be successful on any team whatsoever. But I do believe that, yes, that's what the Atlanta Hawks are getting, and I do believe that his stats are going to be decreased tremendously due to this. Because even if you watch any Spurs games, you would have saw that what Pop was doing was he was sending so many screens DJ way, and it was basically just playing through DJ. Wasn't successful at all, like as far as win category, but that's what the Spurs were doing a majority of the time. So
The system was hindering them.
Come on, the system got him better. Did I say sister?
Yes, bro.
Dejounte Murray without the Spurs is out the league.
Yo, bro, come on. Yo, bro.
he didn't mean that.
Why you gotta come on and like laugh?
He didn't mean that. I would never go that far. He didn't mean that. He didn't mean that. That's for clicks right there. That's a funny take. It's not a good take. It's a funny take, but no, dude. No, DJ was still being. That's funny though. That's hilarious.
Yo, bro, that was the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh my
you just fucking
Nah, bro, you just talked about Dejounte Murray like he's Cole Anthony. That was crazy. That was crazy.
No, I'm being disrespectful.
Nah, it is your face.
No, you're being
he's
serious.
joking.
I'm not letting you off the hook.
He's
No,
joking.
but what is true though?
I knew he was joking. There's no way. Come on. No way. Without the Spurs, he'd be out the league. I don't think that he'll have as successful career outside of the Spurs. But, that's my take.
Dejounte never gets drafted by the Spurs. He's not the player he is today.
Okay, you can say that,
True,
but
true, true.
out the league. He just
Hyperbole,
averaged 22.
hyperbole.
The camera
Hyperbole.
will not lie. Someone do right. Zoom in on Joel's face when he
bro.
said that.
Hyperbole. It's a hyperbole.
Oh my
Now the
You
face,
ever heard of that?
Now the face after when you made it though was dead ass.
You were serious.
I'm a very, very good actor. I can work in
He
Hollywood.
said
Check his notes.
it's out the
Check his
league. That
notes.
was
Put your
crazy.
glasses
No,
on.
check my
Check his
notes. Really, I
notes.
don't.
So you
have
don't
that.
think his work ethic is the reason why he got to this player?
That's a part of it.
work
But
ethic,
I
he
think
carries that.
the Spurs have a track record of developing later talent. Keldon Johnson, 29th overall pick.
That's fair. That's fair.
I will say this, though. Dejounte Murray was supposed to be a lottery pick. I don't know if you guys knew that, but yeah, he was supposed to be around like 11, 12-ish. Sometimes like they had him and like projected outside of that. It was due to the gang member stuff where people thought that he was in a gang and some of the things that he went through as a teenager. But yeah, no, he was supposed to be like a lottery pick. So even though he was a late pick, that wasn't supposed to happen. The Spurs took him because they were kind of confused. They were like, how the heck did you land this far down? We just got to take you, kind of like they did Malachi. So
Sure,
And he averaged
Out the
17
league
this
is
past
crazy
year.
though. You could be
Bro,
hyperbole
I
without
said
being
that's a
disrespectful.
hyperbole. Oh, come on, bro.
That's
I just said it was
disrespectful.
hyperbole.
That's disrespectful.
I just said he wouldn't have been an all-star. Maybe he would have been an average starter or
What's
whatever.
Dejounte Murray right now to you? Top 25, top 30?
What the fuck?
average
asking.
starter? Average starter? I agree with that. Yeah. I don't think he'll be I don't think he would have been an all-star.
Is that too
Player?
high?
That is extremely high.
25 to
seems-
30. That's not crazy.
I don't
He was
even-
just an all-star.
I don't even think, if we're being honest, I don't think LaMelo was in top 30.
That's what the exact
He's,
question I was
he's
asking.
under or over, and he's not far up or far down. from
Darius
LaMelo.
Garland's just making the cut into the top 30. I don't even know if he is top 30.
Yeah, he might be like looking out. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a lot of great players.
Yeah, you
Murray's
Yeah, I wouldn't say Murray's top 30. He's definitely probably top 50 though.
throw that
like
around
40.
loosely.
Is there a possibility where now he's in a winning situation
He can look like he's top.
and
30.
now he can get himself into that top 25, top 30?
No.
Do you think
Because
he's
that was-
averaging more than 21?
That's
That's
basi-
See, here's the problem. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just like ranting just a little bit. I think the bigger problem with this whole DJ thing going to the Atlanta Hawks, I don't necessarily, me personally, I don't see how it really fits. DJ isn't a phenomenal off-ball player, but he's also not a phenomenal playmaker. You know what I mean? So if he takes on more of the playmaking role, I know some people are going to disagree with this. They're going to say, well, look at the assists. But I watch the games, okay? It's a lot of dump-offs to Jakob in the pick and roll. And Jakob was also like the highest in screen assists, or top 3 in screen assists. But that's beside the point. What I was trying to say was a lot of this, when it comes to Dejounte Murray, he's not a great off-ball player. He's not the best playmaker on that team. So, but he's going to have to take on more of the playmaking role, I would assume, since Trae Young is good off-ball. Like, I don't know. It's just a really weird thing. I don't know how it would work. And DJ's also not necessarily a lockdown defender. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm saying I don't know
How
if
much
his
better
numbers
do you
gonna be better
think
than
he
his
is than
last
Drew
year.
Holiday?
defensively?
Or
Or
just
just
in
as a
general?
whole?
Or you think they're probably
They're
the
the
same?
same player. They're the exact same player. Same player. I think they're the same player. But the thing is, Drew Holiday has been able to take on more of a off-ball role. So I don't know if DJ can do that yet. But more than likely, he's going to have to adjust his game a little bit going to Atlanta.
Type of player.
No, I think that Drew Holiday's a better offensive player.
Drew Holiday
Yeah,
is in
yeah.
top 30.
But he's
And Drew Holiday
but
doesn't average 20 plus consistently. every
better.
year.
Let me say this: he's a better
Complete.
scorer than Dejounte is, but I think facilitating.
But my
I
point
think
is,
I'm going Dejounte.
Drew ain't top 30.
But I think that
DJ isn't. I'm not even hating at this point, guys. I watched all these. DJ is not a phenomenal player. He's just not. I mean, I don't know. You can go back and watch if you like, but I didn't know.
Drew ain't top 35.
he's not. He's
So
not.
that's what I'm saying. DeJounte ain't
But
close.
Dejounte was just an all-star. That's why I say
Replacement.
this. No, he made it legit.
No, he didn't. It was a replacement. Somebody got hurt.
I'm pretty sure it was replacement.
Somebody got hurt.
God.
I know.
Yeah, you see, this guy. I'm not trying to talk bad about him. He doesn't know a lot about DeJounte, which is fine. I think these guys like talk about everything, so like I wouldn't expect them to know like little details and stuff. But yeah, he doesn't know a lot about DJ because his assumptions are kind of out of whack.
All right, take it easy. I'm not questioning your abilities right now.
And this is with, you got to remember, there's 30 people in the All-Star game, right? He was a replacement, so realistically, he was the 31st. Then like 4 guys was out this
Is
year.
there 15? Is there 30 people in an
I
all-star?
think there's
15 each, right?
full, yeah, it's a full roster.
All right.
Yeah, DeJounte was not in the original player pool.
Yeah, so that's already, you know what I'm saying, 4 or 5 players was missing this year, and then we got a few All-Star caliber players. So it's like, I don't.
Fair enough, man.
You don't think it was just, at least for your takes,
takes.
calling him
Draymond Green
immature?
replacement.
There we go. See, I knew I was.
These two, man.
Draymond.
Great takes.
Draymond.
today.
I'm taking DeJounte.
I'm taking
I respect
DeJounte too
that.
for sure.
Over Drew? Yeah, he's
Over
younger.
Draymond.
Oh, what the?
Over
F-
At this
Draymond.
point,
Depends on the
come
team.
on.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying.
Over Draymond Green? Well, I guess in his career now, I guess. I don't know. It seems a little disrespectful. Draymond's coming off a championship. I don't know. I mean, he's played poorly offensively, but like, I don't know, he made some really, really key passes. Facilitation wise, he's a better facilitator.
But yeah, but DeJounte you could put on any team. Draymond he's the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not going to the Hawks.
That's won
and,
4
like,
championships.
of course, and he is
On the
phenomenal in
coattails
his
of
role.
Steph-
Did he just say no? Draymond Green could play on any team too. What are you talking about? He's a glue guy. He's like just the Warriors. Like, what does that even mean? And no, I mean Tim Duncan is is the Spurs, but like he could play anywhere. I mean, I don't know. I mean, well, no, that's a bad example. Boris Diaw, right? Boris Diaw, he is the Spurs, but like he could have played anywhere. Kyle Anderson, he is the Spurs, but he can play anywhere. Or he's not the Spurs anymore, but you know what I mean. You get my point, right? These glue guys, they can play anywhere. What is he talking about?
But we get Steph Curry,
Draymond,
Steve Kerr.
Respect. That's what I said. Yeah,
Yeah.
respect.
Gold tip.
Respect.
I said what I said.
Who
Bro,
leads
if you're
that
the-
defense?
if
Who
you're the-
leads the
who's
Golden
the
State
best
Warriors
player?
defense? Who leads the defense? There's two sides of basketball.
No, I
Who
think-
leads the defense?
Was-
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green was
both of them
basically
are number-
irrelevant
not
in the
number
playoffs this year.
He was irrelevant. What are you saying?
Irrelevant.
I'm being very strong, but let's be real.
Yeah, you are
Draymond
being
Green
real.
got benched at times because his people
got benched.
This dude, man, he's way off. All right, now he's way off. Okay, I gave him a little bit of a slack talking about the Spurs because obviously didn't air a lot, didn't talk about us a lot. I mean, we're not in the media eye. But did he really just say that Draymond Green got benched a lot? What is he talking about?
Once.
He was
He
almost
got pretty
unplayable.
hard,
He
but he was
once.
bad the first few games of the finals. Like
Okay,
he didn't get
and then
benched, but he was
then
bad.
He played better.
kicked
He
up.
played better.
Then
He
kicked
played
up.
better.
Yes,
Did we
it took him
forget
till
he
game
was the
3-4?
He was the walking.
I'm sorry. I don't. If this argument is like whether or not Draymond is, I'm not going to disrespect Draymond like this. Draymond's better. Draymond's better than a lot of people in the league. And sure, I'll bite that bullet. He's better than DJ too. Sure, whatever. Look, the man just played in a finals. I mean, the talent was ridiculous. DJ has never even went against that amount of talent. And when we did in the play-in, the decent talent, not even great talent, but decent talent, without their superstar, laid an egg. We were absolute trash. So no, Draymond's better. I don't care.
Undoubtable DPOY guy before he got hurt. Did we forget that?
There's two
In the
sides to
regular
basketball.
season. Yeah,
for
I'm saying,
sure.
like,
And guess
he's-
what?
he's
You're
a-
talking about.
DeJounte's a great defender too, though.
He's not Draymond Green.
He's not, but
No.
he's asked for different things.
You talk about DeJounte, oh, he can fit in any system. Well, is that system winning the championship? Hell no. He cannot win a championship being the second, third best player on the team. You got to be like the fourth. Draymond
DeJounte-
Green.
I said that too. I think third though. I think third's fine. I'm thinking if a true holiday type role, that would be third. About third best player. Third, maybe fourth, but probably third.
He's on the Warriors.
DeJounte-
That's what
Draymond
he's
Green.
doing,
Draymond Green has proven that if you build a system featuring him and Steph,
It's
he
Steph.
win
It's
championships.
It's not built
Bro.
around Draymond.
Defensively, it is.
Defensively, it is.
bro. It's
That
Steph.
is.
Gotta respect.
But and
defense
also,
there.
wait, what are you
I
saying?
guess- I
That
guess
that
right.
high pick and roll with Steph and Draymond is the Golden State Warriors' bread and butter. That play,
Exactly.
Draymond in the short roll, that's the offensive system is around Steph and Dre. They are the dynamic
Obviously,
duo.
Steph is the one because he's
It's
him,
Steph.
yeah.
He's the one averaging 30.
But
Not
Steph
Draymond.
do needs Draymond.
This is how I
He
test.
impacts
This
the
is how I.
This is so ridiculous, guys. Okay, what happened? What happened when it was just Steph Curry? What happened? What happened to the Warriors when it was just Steph Curry? You throw Draymond Green in there. You have a Klay Thompson who still isn't 100%. Like, I don't care what anybody says, and they win a championship. This is so silly. This is so disrespectful, dude. This is so disrespectful.
Test your basketball knowledge. This is for the fans out there too. Who was the duo in Golden State before KD showed up? Was it Steph and Dre or Steph and Clay?
Steph and Clay.
It was Steph and Dre.
It's not true.
And people that say it was Steph and Clay didn't watch enough.
Really?
No, yes, absolutely. It
So
was Steph and Dre.
Was it the Splash? I mean, were they not called the Splash Bros?
Just because
right?
they
Am
had
I
a cool
crazy?
nickname doesn't mean the system was centered
Did
around
Mark
them.
Jackson not call?
Bro, Draymond is the heart of that. Draymond is the heart. Is many. I'm gonna say this, okay? The Warriors are a smart team. They're a smart franchise, okay? Because Draymond Green, no matter how many controversies he get into when it comes to the team, no matter how many times we hear about how he's yelling and cursing out Steve Kerr and throwing things in the locker room, no matter how many times he may get suspended for fouls, or calling LeBron James a B word, or calling his own player KD a B word, the Warriors will not get rid of Draymond Green because they know that he is their bread and butter. This dude is absolutely right. Like, he's absolutely right. Now Clay, obviously, like Steph and Clay offensively, like they're the monsters, okay? But Draymond Green, like, people are forgetting how great Draymond Green was with the Spurs. I mean, not Spurs. I'm sorry. With the Warriors early on, and even now, like they wouldn't be able to win without Draymond. There's no way. The Celtics had a more talented team, but what made the difference? Steph Curry and Draymond. Clay, he made some good shots here and there, but that's really was the difference.
Call them the best shooting backcourt in the NBA
Well, that's true, but the system was around Steph and Dre.
We have a diehard Warriors fan here.
Yeah, let me
What's
ask
your
you,
take?
Riv.
because we
Oh,
can't
he
pretend
does-
like
was
Clay
Steph and Dre.
was a cone.
It was Steph and Dre.
Steph and Dre.
Just
Clay
because
was the number 2 scoring option, but it was Steph and Dre.
the duo is Steph and Clay.
No, it's not.
No.
Steph and
That's
Draymond
so silly, bro. He don't know what he's talking about.
Green.
Maybe when Clay was hurt, for sure, because they had no other options. But in 2015, 2016,
A duo is not always just the 2 best scorers in the team.
let me ask you: are you taking Middleton or are you taking Drew Holiday?
Where did that question come
I'm
from?
just asking as a generic question right now.
The duo was
I'm asking a question to Riv right now.
The duo I would take is Giannis and Middleton.
Who's the better player?
Out of who?
Middleton and Drew Holiday. Who are you taking?
Middleton.
Really?
Yeah, I would take Middleton.
Really?
Because he's their clutch player. He's the guy that can get him going in the pick and roll. And him and Giannis pick and roll is pretty dope.
okay. Let me.
I don't
this-
get his point here. Is he trying to say that Drew Holiday is on the same level of Draymond Green because he's more of the glue guy for that? I don't get what he's trying to say here. Like sometimes both things can be true. Sometimes the duo can be the 2 best scorers on the team. Sometimes the duo can be one is a defensive player and the other one is an offensive player. I mean, I don't know what his point is here.
I'm just gonna.
I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Yeah, I think I'll lean Middleton. Because Drew looks bad as number 2.
Whatever. All right, so that's it. That was the video. Oh, sorry, ad. All right, so yeah, so maybe Dejounte Murray was laughing because he actually thought it was funny. I doubt it. I'm sure he was like angry about it. But yeah, so this was the video, man. This is a pretty good take. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're getting even better. That's pretty nice. I tried to get on a pod with them or tried to have them on a while ago after their really bad Spurs take, and we set something up and then things didn't fall through. I don't know. Maybe I should try again. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, this was a good video. I liked it. All right. But anyways, you guys want to support the channel, only $2 a month, Patreon and YouTube links below. Let me know what you thought of this video. I thought it was interesting to say the least, but yeah, I'll give it to you later. Till next time. Deuces.